Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Also, you are new here, welcome. So today we're here back at Universal Studios Florida for a very first Halloween Horror Nights construction update video. We're gonna check what's going on inside the park because we got some things to check out. And also, in less than an hour, Halloween Horror Nights is actually having a panel at Spookcala today. Right now it is 4:09 on the dot, and I believe it is at 5 o'clock. So maybe we're gonna have another house announcement today, or maybe just talk about the event in general. But I do believe we're probably gonna have another house announcement today sometime. So it'd be really cool to be inside of the park, see what's happening, and maybe might have some kind of merch drop. Maybe, we'll see about that. But anyways, let's get inside the park and check it out. So come along with me. And also with that, we will have a regular park update video as well as see what's going on. Of course, we do have the brand new Universal Suite Shop over here. And to our left, we do have the Universal Studios 35-year store. All right, guys, we're now inside. And also today is the 50th anniversary of Jaws. And I think this shirt is new. I have not seen this shirt. American Classics. Check this out. Ooh, that shirt is soft. We also have a Spirit jersey down here. Has a population on there. That's pretty cool. Let's check out the back. Oh yeah, check that out. And over here we do have some Jaws merchandise over here. Oh, this is pretty cool, like a little cooler right here. That's nice. How much are they? Let's see. $45. Honestly, not bad. Ooh, these shirts are so soft. And this is actually like a little purse right here. It's kind of cool. Little wallets. Look at this thing. Little people. I'm not gonna lie. That's a pretty cool collectible. And also Funko Pops as well, if you are a Funko collector. Yeah, some pretty cool stuff over here. Do have like a little headband, fleece blankets, Jaws hat, Amity Island shirts, and I do believe the Jaws zippers are all gone. I think they had like maybe 2,000 made, I do believe. Yeah, this shirt's pretty cool too. But yeah, 50th anniversary of Jaws. Also come over here to this little greetings card. Greetings from Amity Island. Amity means friendship. I don't think so. I don't think Jaws wants to be anybody's friend. Well, alright guys, so that was a little bit of the Universal Studios Store featuring the 35th anniversary merchandise. But next let's actually check out the Universal Suite Shop over here. I want to see if it actually has some 50th Jaws stuff over here. So let's go on in and see what they have. Okay, so coming over here, we actually do have some Jaws stuff. We actually do have a Jaws Swiss roll right here for $7. A Jaws apple, it's $14. Look at that thing. It's kind of cool. And a Jaws shark cake pop. Well, all right, guys. Next up, we have officially made it to Hollywood Boulevard, and we actually have some lights on here. I don't think these were here. You have all along the roofs up here. It's happening, guys. It is officially happening. All right, guys. We will now come to the 5 and dime, and of course, we do have Jason Universe merchandise reveal. I'm a little still iffy on the design, but I am excited for the house though. So let's keep on going in. Now it's not a magnet because when I actually bought the Jason one, it's actually like a little adhesive sticker you actually just peel off and you put it on the piece. So maybe today we might have another reveal, so we'll definitely see around 5 o'clock. It could be original houses. Okay, so here it is. They still do have it. Here it is. Fallout. Okay, yeah. I'm picking this up because they might run out again. But yeah, that's pretty awesome. $8 for that. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take it. Never go alone. I do like this design. It's pretty cool. All right, guys, we're now returning to Hollywood Boulevard, and here it is. I have acquired the Fallout magnet for the stained glass. Pretty awesome. I'm glad they actually brought it back. But also now returning to HHN construction updates, we do have this one little light up here. Look at this. It's kind of in a weird spot above Mel's Drive-In. Very interesting. Like it's like shining on like one spot. Very interesting. All right, let's keep on going and see what else we can find. Now coming to Central Park, look at this. Our very first truss of the year. Shining in all of its glory, as some people say. Guys, now coming to the side of Cafe La Bamba over here. We do have 5 small little truss over here. There's one down here. And 4 over here. These are pretty cool. Now, what I am really excited to see is what they actually do with this scare zone over here, because this is usually a pretty great spot for any scare zone, really, just because like its location, the spots with all the trees. So it's usually a really good one. Well, all right, guys, we're now made it down to MIB over here. They actually posted a 40-minute wait. It's actually a pretty good wait for Men in Black, and like the park really didn't look that busy when I came in, but when I was actually walking through Springfield, there was actually a good amount of people, which is kind of weird. It is a Friday getting into the weekend, so yeah, I guess that's a good sign for Universal, you know, just picking up on those crowd levels, because it's been kind of a slow start for the summer, so good to see. And we have now come down to the former Fear Factor Stadium, which actually just now call it Nightmare Fuel Stadium, because obviously they don't do nothing with it anymore except Halloween Horror Nights. But over here we do have 2 trusts, similar to last year, as they had 2 houses, Goblin's Feast, Universal Monsters. Pretty awesome. So probably this year will be probably the same deal with these trusts over here. And also coming down here, we do have some more trusts over here. Now this one over here actually does have a little thing for lights. Not sure if they're already installed or not. Maybe, maybe not. It might, but obviously it's going to shine some kind of like maybe warning sign or something for the show, maybe. That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, we do have 4 over here. It's pretty awesome. And I'll also put on the screen from the Fuel Girls Facebook post. It says, "We're still blown away by this show. Our flaming katana swords, custom fire shoulder pieces, giant Russian fans, and those beastly comet staffs. We never stop pushing boundaries from the props we bring to the stage, and trust us, we're only getting bigger, badder, and hotter. Fuel up, 2025 is coming." Now, I'm not bashing Nightmare Fuel or anything, because that team of performers do a really awesome job at what they do. I enjoy watching it every year. Now, I do know like last year was not as great as like the other years. That's just my personal opinion, but like to each their own. Every year was different story, which is actually great. I love seeing that kind of aspect, but I just want a different kind of show. That's just me personally. I mean, everyone has their own opinions, but what could you do, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, hey, it's coming back, and a lot of people still do enjoy it. Like every showing like reaches capacity, every showing, every night. Doesn't matter what year it is, Halloween Horror Nights will be busy, and this show is awesome. Hopefully they bring back the Lagoon show. I really do hope that, but we'll see. Let's now come around over to London over here. We do have the Amity bathrooms over here. It looks like they're actually doing pretty good. Here is the roofing over here. Part like the panels, I guess, inside of it. Yeah, can't wait for these to open up. This is actually a really great spot during Halloween Horror Nights for bathrooms. Now come around over here to this truss. So this truss actually has lights. Check this out. Oh yeah, pretty awesome. And one more little truss over there has lights as well. That's where our freestyle machine's at. But yeah, this is the first one I've seen today with lights. All right, guys, now as we're entering San Francisco, I actually noticed something to the side over here. Check this out. That could be an entrance or an exit to an house, so we'll definitely see what that's about later on. It's definitely interesting. All right, let's actually now keep on going into San Francisco. So I am pretty positive that this little piece right here will be for Halloween Horror Nights, some kind of entrance to the scare zone. There's also a wire hooked up right there. It's kind of interesting. And also over here, this little box over here. Right now it's actually being used for Jaws, but I'm sure they'll reuse it for Halloween Horror Nights. And we now come to Ches Alcatraz to say a little happy birthday to Bruce. I think he's doing pretty great. Looking awesome. He's hanging in there. Of course, right behind me, a very awesome tribute to Jaws, the ride over here at Universal Studios Florida. Oh, that was such an amazing experience. What I would do to be a little kid again and relive those memories, and also just be an adult on it and like actually living in that. Because like when you're a little kid, you're pretty much in fear for your whole life. Like I was probably around this middle left over here last time I remember from like a home video, around that ballpark. And also here is the back over here. We do actually have the layout for the attraction, which is actually pretty awesome. And also the actual lines themselves from the skippers. Now, of course, over here we do have the Jaws food booths over here. I actually had the bucket of bait. It was actually pretty good. And with that, I have a lobster teriyaki, which I did not try. I'm just not really interested in it. But I will say, the bucket of bait was actually pretty good. Crispy pieces of clam, shrimp, and oysters sitting on a bed of fries with lemon and sriracha ketchup. It was pretty good. I recommend it. So just diving into some information I'm trying to actually find out. I actually asked 2 different team members, one at Captain Quinn's Boardwalk Snacks and the other one at the Midway Grill, when is the last day for these Jaws themed food booths, and they really didn't give me an exact answer. They just gave me kind of like a timeline. It just depends on sales. That's just what I was told. Like, it could be like the July 4th weekend, because July 4th is on a Thursday, the 5th is on a Saturday, 6th is a Sunday. So we'll definitely see when they actually close. Hopefully it does really good with sales, so like more people can actually try it during that weekend, because that weekend of 4th of July could be pretty busy, so we'll see about that one. Alright guys, we now ride to Fast and Furious Supercharged, and you can kind of see in the back, kind of like right there, there's like a frame or something, and there is aerial shots of this, and there's like a car back there or something like that, so not sure what it's gonna be. Now, looking at the picture, I think it was like a Volkswagen, and what I remember about the Volkswagen, I think they actually had it in Vamp 69, I do believe, and I do know a lot of times Universal does reuse their stuff, so maybe they were using it for that scare zone, maybe not, so we'll definitely see when that time comes. Now, looking around this area for like lighting kind of stuff, there is some lights up there and also up here as well. They might be regular lights or maybe not be, but we'll definitely see, because usually they do have a light from somewhere. Usually I think it's right here or over here that shines over here, and it says like HHN34 or something like that, so we'll see what happens this year. Alright guys, we're now heading down through New York and seeing what we can find today. Now, I think some of these are regular lights and some are new. Like these up here, these black ones, I'm pretty sure those are for HHN. The ones up here in these corners, HHN, and also these back here. Guys, now as we're coming down New York over here, we're over here at Finnegan's, and they actually do have a brand new menu. Let's take a look at it. Here are the starters. Finnegan's favorites. Here's your sides, and also one of the biggest things, they actually took away the onion web. I loved the onion webs. It was so good. You can share with people, but now they actually have this thing. It's called black and tan O-rings, thick hand-cut onions dipped in house-made Harp Jaeger beer batter and fried crispy with Guinness aioli. I mean, it could be good, but man, those onion webs, so good. Well, all right guys, we now come to the side over here by Hollywood Red Rocket, over here by the New York Public Library. And here it comes, coming on down. It's ending very soon. Get your rides in while you can. But yeah, very interesting. I'm excited to see what they do with this, and also how they're gonna do Halloween Horror Nights this year. Of course, like you can see aerial shots. I think from By Rick actually posted it way back there where the lines are. It's actually dug up and stuff, so that's gonna be very interesting to see what they do with this. Well, all right guys, now walking on through over here, there's actually a pretty good shaded spot right over here near Jimmy Fallon. It's actually kind of like where the stroller section's at. But anyways, we actually got our very first Halloween Horror Nights original house announcement. It's called El Artista, a Spanish haunting. It actually sounds pretty cool. I actually like the concept. Kind of reminds me of Stranger Things where the house is, but it looks awesome. I was actually read the description. In 19th century Spain, a tortured artist moves into an isolated country manor for inspiration, but the art comes alive and possesses him. Sounds interesting. Could be cool. So definitely see. I'm kind of getting the museum vibes off this just a little bit, where the artifacts come alive and like are possessed. I'm kind of getting vibes off the museum just a little bit, but Sounds pretty cool. All right, guys, now made it back into the 5 Dime over here. Nothing's happening. I don't think anything's going to happen tonight, but still cool to come in here after a brand new original house announcement. Fallout and Jason. And if you wait a little bit, you can see the creator. He might peek out, maybe. Don't want to scare him away. It's like very briefly. I wish they actually like turn the lights off or dim it. Then you can actually see him. Oh, there he goes. Yeah. Pretty cool. Now, I will say, I'm actually very excited now, just like looking back on it. It does, again, sound a little bit like the museum, like how the art comes alive and possesses him. But, like, it's an original house. I love that kind of like time period anyways, like that 19th century stuff and, like, torture and stuff. Like, it sounds really awesome. And last year we had Slaughter Cinema 2, and I've never done the first one, so, like, I really don't have a connection with Slaughter Cinema like that. But this being, like, an original house and, like, how cool it sounds, honestly, I'm getting really excited now. And we're now inside of the Universal Studio Store, checking out some brand new Jurassic World Rebirth merchandise. Some people have actually saw an early screen of it, and they're saying it's actually a pretty good movie and actually pays homage to the original Jurassic Park, like being like suspenseful and like a horror movie as it should be. So I think I'm gonna go see it. I don't have my tickets yet or anything, but still, I want to see it. There's a Mosasaurus right there. It's pretty cool. We got some patches and pins. Again, it might be the same stuff over at Islands, but yeah, it's over here too, which is actually pretty nice. And now looking at this more, I actually really do like this design, this Sherpa throw over here. It's like under the water and out at the same time. And also over here, sea, land, and air. So you have the Mosasaurus in here, T-Rex on the land, and also like pterodactyls in the air. I like how it's like in the design. Pretty cool shirt. And this is 27. And this little throw blanket, ooh, that feels nice. This is 40. And also over here, this is actually supposed to be the new creature over here. Look at this thing. It says, "Try me." Ooh. Oh my gosh. That thing is shaking. It's called the Distortus Rex. That's actually what this is called. Alright guys, now headed out of Universal Studios Florida, and we're now inside of the construction area for Rip Ride Rocket and the future coaster. Well, alright guys, we're now inside of Universal's Islands of Adventure. I still love that they have the original logo on here and like throughout the trading company store. And also, I didn't realize the SpongeBob stuff over here actually has Islands of Adventure on it, because SpongeBob's not over here. It's kind of weird, but yeah, that's here. Let's actually now go on in. I am looking for two things: more Jurassic World merchandise, of course, and two, the Hogwarts plaque, which should be in here. This is a neat hat. It's not terrible. It is 22 for, I do believe. It's not bad. This is like an HHN style hat, like our Ghostbusters and stuff. It's just all black Jurassic World Rebirth. 27. So I think that's 27 as well. We have a jacket, a Spirit jersey, and here's some more stuff over here. I think they actually brought this as like little thing they actually hold in their arms for like during like parades and stuff. I think it's in Hollywood though. Okay guys, now officially entered Islands of Adventure over here at the port of entry, and also giving you like a little perspective if you have not been to Epic Universe yet. Basically where I'm at port of entry over here, this actually kind of feels like the Luna overlook at Epic, and that from over here to where Hogwarts is, that's kind of like where Helios is, like in distance. I could be a little bit off, but that's where it feels like. And also over here is a current wait time signs over here. Park time as well, the new logo, and all this is new. This new like blue kind of color. Hagrid's is delayed. Forbidden Journey 60 minutes. Hogwarts Express 10 minutes, not bad at all. Alright guys, now over here in Marvel Superhero Island, it does look like Doom is down. I've seen this a while ago, but yeah, this is actually pretty cool. Team members actually having some fun out here. Got some like games and also doing some protests. And look at this, all hail Dr. Doom. And And also, if you're still sticking around, thank you guys so much for clicking on this video and still watch, because I know it's a pretty long update video, not just going to Universal Studios Florida for Halloween Horror Nights, but also coming over here to Islands Adventure, seeing what's happening. So thank you guys so much for watching. Okay guys, we're now passing by the big guy, Kong. It's only a 15-minute wait, which honestly isn't too bad. All right guys, now come down to Thunder Falls Terrace over here. Honestly, this is one of my most favorite places to come to here at Islands Adventure. Really great food. And check out some promotion we actually have for Jurassic World Rebirth over here. We actually have some posters. It's pretty cool. Pretty awesome character posters. They didn't do this for the other Jurassic World movies. All right, now making our way by River Adventure. Only a 15-minute wait. And as we're now coming on down by Pizza Predatoria, we actually have more promotions for Jurassic World Rebirth. It's actually pretty awesome how they're actually promoting this movie right now. Now I'm coming to a very busy intersection over here. Also, this is actually a brand new refurbished booth. Jurassic Park Raptor Bites over here. We'll take a look at this in a second. See, Velocicoaster is...
Now it's only 90-minute wait.
You probably just heard that, but 90 minutes. Yeah, it's pretty busy over here. And here is the booth over here, Jurassic Park Raptor Bites. And what's pretty cool about the screen, you can kind of see like raptors come on by. Let's actually see if we can catch it. And there it is, a Velociraptor. It is now time for some hogs meat over here at Universal Islands Adventure. I already know it's gonna be hopping inside of here. All right, let's do this. Now, Forbidden Journey is only at 25-minute wait as well. Honestly, that is not bad at all for Forbidden Journey. I actually have grown to like it a lot. And we have now made it to basically the center of the village. Well, we're about to in a second, but yeah, you can see what I'm talking about. And we have now come to Hagrid's over here. As you can see, here is a line for Express. Also this way is single riders and also your standby line. And even with Express, it's still a pretty hot minute. Oh wait, actually just went down from like 155 to 130. Still a pretty hot wait, but it's worth it. Now, me personally, I would not recommend single riders for Hagrid's or Battle at the Ministry. I've had both bad luck with those, especially Battle at the Ministry. That was a really bad time. But here at Hagrid's, it really doesn't work out too well with it because the way the ride's set with the bike, so you know it's 2 per row. So mainly if you get a family, you know, it's mainly even numbers, big families, it's gonna take a while to get that single rider on that train. So that's just my personal experience, also my opinion as well. But hey, you might have some luck. All right, guys, just left Hogsmeade, and it's now to go to the All Owls Boutique store and see what's inside of here. Of course, the same HHN merchandise, but maybe might have something different. So we're still gonna check it out. Of course, we do have Fallout and Jason over here. There is the big stained glass. Pretty cool. And they do have both of the puzzles over here for Fallout and Jason. Pretty awesome. And also we're now inside of the store a little bit deeper. If you do like this regular Halloween, we actually have some pretty cool stuff inside of here. Also, I love the music inside of here. It's awesome. Only the dead need sleep. The Halloween shirt company. Okay, that's kind of a cool shirt. I think that's actually the back of a shirt. What's on the front? Look at this. Something wicked is brewing. That's actually kind of a cool shirt. Okay, let's keep on going. Here's another shirt. Halloween will never die. Look at that. Some like pumpkin guy holding a tree right there. And of course, if you are looking for it over here in All Hallows Boutique store, we do have the Dueling Dragons merchandise. It's nothing to do with Halloween Horror Nights house. It's just Dueling Dragons, Choose Thy Fate over here. Got the candle still, the glasses, the shirt that says Universal Orlando on it. So yeah, still pretty awesome. Well, all right guys, so that was All Hallows Boutique store. Now we're actually over here by the Sinbad Theater. Now, just a couple days ago, this was actually open to walk in, but now it is actually gated off with this like scrim right here. But why? That's so weird. Like, are they about to do something over here? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, I can still look through it a little bit. I mean, this little open right here. No one says I can't do that. That is so weird. I don't know what they're gonna do. I think they did have it used as like a cool down zone, but maybe they have other plans for it. We'll see. Well, all right, guys. This is Islands Adventure. Also, a brief little overlook of City Walk. See what's going on over here. Nothing too much. A little before 8 o'clock, and it looks like Hard Rock has a little event tonight. A whole bunch of like orange shirts over there. And also, if you are a Jimmy Buffett fan, the plane has returned, and they are reconstructing it. Looks good. Now, I don't think I've seen this before over here at the Lone Palm, but they actually do have a menu over here, and you can actually get appetizers and also burgers and entrees over here. I actually never knew that. All right, guys, so one more thing before we actually head out today. The Epic Universe Preview Center. Even though it is now officially open, and we've been before, some people have not been before, and this is a great way to check it out. Alright guys, so I just stepped into Epic Universe Preview Center, and for the very first time in my eyes, just seen this. I did not see this opening day because I don't think this was around. They have the Epic Universe popcorn bucket. $34.99. It also comes with the first fill is free. This is pretty cool. Take a look at this. Guys, I honestly was not expecting to see this today again, so here's the price, $34.99. First fill is free, and look at this thing. This is super cool. Look at that. Wow. Okay, just went off. So how you actually turn it on, you actually press this little button right down here. So I can press it. Yeah, here it goes. Yeah, look at that thing. That is awesome. So press it again. It's just different designs. Look how cool that is. That is so awesome. Half of it is this and half of it is the bucket. It's really not that big per se, but as a collectible piece for Epic Universe, honestly, this is really awesome. And coming over here, all this is brand new. I think they have it in Epic, but it's all Universal Monster stuff. We got some Dracula stuff, Bride of Frankenstein over here. Look at that. That's pretty awesome right there. We do have Creature of the Black Lagoon, and look at that handle.
Driving on the road.
That's so cool. Oh my gosh. That is pretty awesome. And one more side over here, we do have Frankenstein's monster over here. How awesome is this? I love all this designs. And if you have not seen the videos yet or anything, this is basically 100% real, like you're actually walking into Darkmoor. And here is the model. Still, it's pretty awesome. It's actually built with expansion pots. Right now, expansion pots is actually right here. Land is flat. Land is flat between Nintendo and Dark Universe, and also between Stardust and Potter. A huge plot of land back there. They built this for expansions. Coming around here, we actually do have some more new stuff. I do believe this shirt down here is new for the Ministry of Magic. Also this mug. And also, I do believe this snow globes too are new. All snow globes must be transported via checked luggage. Interesting, look at that. Is anything on the bottom? No. This snow globe is $48. And they've also added all these mugs and glasses over here. This is actually kind of cool. It has like this like gold like rim on the top. It's $19, hand wash only. Let's keep on going around. Let's see what else they've added. It's like this like a towel over here. Ooh, it's nice. And also these headbands. So yeah, they're bringing more stuff from Epic here to the Preview Center, which is actually still pretty awesome. All right, guys, we're now over here in Dark Universe, and of course, they've made some changes along the way from the concept. You know, it's just concept, but over here in the little courtyard, as you can see right there, has like a little fountain. The fountain is actually not there in real life right now, and of course, it's probably a great thing that they did not have a fountain there because of the amount of people was walking in that courtyard. Also, here is the queue. I've seen it once or twice open a day, but actually never walked inside of there. But one of the biggest things is this was actually never a roller coaster. If you actually look on the concept picture, it was actually supposed to be a show, but they made it a coaster. All right, guys, now heading out of the preview center. Also caught this on the way out. Opening day shirts over here. Well, not opening day shirts, but grand opening shirts over here. That's actually the same one I have over here. $32. Also have a long sleeve with it. I'm not sure if there's anything on the back, maybe. Nope, nothing's on the back. It's just the long sleeve. You got a kid's shirt, a throw blanket, and also a backpack as well. So yeah, good to know you can get it here at City Walk. Well, all right, guys, that will do it here from Universal Orlando going to Studios and Island Adventure. It's actually a pretty long day today. A lot of stuff happening, mainly Halloween Horror Nights. We got some construction updates going on, and also an update in Original House. I'm definitely excited for that one. It sounds really awesome, and I love the Original House. They have so much like freedom what they want to do in those houses. It's so awesome. And also going to Islands Adventure, this seems like Jurassic World stuff, what's going on over there. And also what's going on with the Sinbad Theater. It's blocked off now. Maybe we might hear something soon. We'll definitely see. Universal has plans. But anyways, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to hit a big old thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more future content. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next one.